Good morning everyone, today's a little bit of a different video because we did buy something new again. We bought the Shure MV7 microphone. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be very confused on being like, Caro, you clearly have the Shure SM7B right here. Why on earth did you buy its little brother, the MV7? So for those who don't know, I am moving to Malaysia at the end of the year, and I do need to leave a set of gear over here at my old place because I will be traveling back and forth between both locations pretty frequently. So I just want to have my full YouTube setup in each location, so I don't need to carry all of this gear whenever I travel around the place. So I'm probably going to take whatever the better microphone is to Malaysia with me, since I'm going to be working there a little bit more often than here. And that's basically why I bought two microphones, the little brother MV7 as well as the big brother SM7B. Well, I've had this one for quite some time. But with that being said, let us give the MV7 a chance to shine. So this is the Shure MV7 that you are hearing right now. However, it is currently using its default pop filter. So whenever I do a P or any plosives, it really sounds harsh on the ears. So what I recommend is switching a pop filter over here to this one. So this is the RK345, I believe. It's the exact same pop filter that the Shure SM7B uses, which is the big brother. Let me just bring it back into frame. It's this one. So this microphone does give you two pop filters when you buy it. It gives you this big fat one, and it also gives you this tiny one. So I do recommend using the tiny one on this microphone. So all you need to do is simply lift this up just like that, and then you take this big one and you slide it on. And once this pop filter is on, all of those plosives are going to disappear simply because there's a giant windscreen on it, and it's got like this much space before it actually hits the capsule, or where your voice hits the capsule. So it's going to take away a lot of the plosives, pee poo poo pees, and all of the p stuff is all going to disappear. Well, not sound as harsh basically. But the thing I like about the Shure MV7 is it does have a software over here, which is the Shure Plus Motif or something. And over here you can actually turn up the compression. So right now you're listening to the microphone by default, no compression at all. And now you are listening to the microphone with heavy compression. You probably have noticed that my voice sounds a lot more boomier, a lot more well-rounded, a lot smoother. This is the type of voice that you would probably hear in a radio station and stuff like that. And I do like this quite a bit. So I do like to keep the compression on heavy. However, it's probably not the best because it doesn't sound fully natural compared to my SM7B, where I sounded normal. With this you sound a lot more ooh, which is pretty cool. I like it, but I don't know if my audience is gonna like it. Maybe they do, maybe not, it depends. But either way, I'll be messing around with these settings. So now we've turned it down to medium compression, so it's not as overkill. Personally, I think medium / light is probably a good compromise, where it doesn't sound totally fake, where it's like, okay Kara, what did you do with software to change your voice, stuff like that. And now let's turn it down to light, and this is with light compression. This one is, you could get away with this for sure. Like people will think you sound totally natural with light compression. Personally, I would lean towards medium compression, because the medium compression, as you can hear right now, just sounds a little bit more boosted. It sounds a little bit nicer. Now there are different EQs over here. I'm currently just using the flat EQ. You can go to presence boost over here if you want. The presence boost is just going to boost the highs a little bit so that you can actually hear me enunciate my words a little bit better, so you guys can hear what I'm saying a little bit more clearer. But personally, I don't really hear that much of a difference. So we are just going to be using the flat EQ. So here we go, we are now back to the flat EQ. But now that you've heard the Shure MV7, we are back on the Shure SM7B. You guys let me know, do you hear the difference? Do they sound the same to you? Does this one sound better, or does the MV7 sound better? Personally, through listening to it, if I use heavy compression, I am leaning towards the MV7, which is actually a cheaper microphone. It's like $250, $275, and you don't need to buy an audio interface, you don't need to buy a cloud lifter. It's a lot easier to plug in because it's USB. At least the one that I bought is the USB one. You can buy the MV7X, which is an XLR version, which means that you need to plug in one of these little bad boys. They're the round little pluggy thingies. But personally, I think the USB one is easier, but the X version is cheaper because it doesn't have the USB option. but I'm a big fan of the USB one because it's just plug and play. You just plug it in. You do need to download the software if you want to tinker around with the equalizer settings as well as the compressions. So, you know, I do like the compressions. So I will be downloading the software on whatever computer I decide to use. But personally, I am leaning towards the Shure MV7 right now because I just like how it sounds. It does need this pop filter though. If I just use the default pop filter, which is this tiny one, it doesn't sound too good because there's just too many plosives. Yeah, I do love my Shure SM7B a lot because, you know, this has carried me throughout my entire YouTube career for quite some time, like 4 years, 5 years, and it's a very, very good microphone. The only issue with this microphone is it is incredibly expensive. We're talking about like $400, $450, and then you need to buy the audio interface as well as the cloud lifter. You buy all that, combine all those things together, and you know, it's a lot of money compared to the MV7 where it's just the microphone itself and it's USB, so you just pop that in. And then you do need to buy the pop filter, or well, you don't have to, but I highly recommend it. The pop filter is like 20 bucks or something, so you just buy that and a boop and you're good to go. And here we are again back with the Shure MV7. This time the compression is on medium. I'm not going to use heavy. Heavy is a little bit too much the more that I listen to it. Our equalizer is on neutral, so it's just a flat line. We do have a microphone gain of 27 decibels right now, simply because if I don't have any microphone gain, it's going to sound really, really quiet. And yeah, so just let me know again in the comment section below, which microphone do you guys like better? Again, I'm leaning towards the MV7. Personally, I think if I keep all of the compression off as well as the equalizer on flat, both the MV7 as well as the Shure SM7B sound the same to me, but with some help of software over here, you are able to make the MV7 sound a little bit better in my personal opinion. Another thing is my room is totally untreated. As you can see right now, I'm currently using my iPhone to record my setup, and you are listening to the Shure SM7B. What I want to show you is the roof. You can see this is my room right now, and look how high the roof is. The roof is incredibly high, which means that I have no noise dampening. I also do not have any foam in front of me, so right here, whenever I speak, so the sound is going to bounce off the wall. Once it bounces off the wall, I do have some curtains over here, but that's not really going to help because it's simply going to bounce off onto this wall over here, and it's going to reverberate up there to the super high roof and then go around the room and echo. And to make things even worse, if you look at the ground, I do have some wooden floors. I don't have any carpet or anything. Don't look at my cable management there, please. But yeah, basically this room is 100% untreated, unless like my plushies. Yeah, sure, my plushies will absorb all the sound. But yeah, this room is very, very untreated, so there is a ton of echo, which is why the Shure SM7B as well as the MV7 is a very, very good choice to eliminate a lot of that echo. And now we are back on the Shure MV7. So as I said earlier, my room is very untreated. There is a ton of echo, especially when I start speaking really loudly or start yelling or whatever. So I do need a dynamic microphone so that it's less sensitive, so that it only picks up what's in front of it and not all the crazy echo and reverberations and all that stuff that is going around on the room. So that is the reason why I stuck with the Shure SM7B, and then well, you know, the MV7 is also going to be a good choice because I don't actually know if my new place is treated at all. I have a feeling that's going to be equally as echoey as this room, so that's why I need one of these microphones. But yeah, there you go guys. Basically, that is the plan. Let me know again in the comment section below which microphone do you guys prefer, and I will maybe use that microphone in the future. I don't know, whatever. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.